We're catching
Shit.
this shit. Hell yeah, we got MMA Full, La Lucha Libre, El Fool with Red Wolf, Part 2 of our
Yeah, I
UFC
just said
preview.
I just joined them. I just joined in about that. The first thing I see was that I shit myself. I was like, what? Oh shit!
Hell yeah, that's the original Lucha Libre mask right there. Hell yeah. There he is. Ah, put the mask back on.
Oh
Okay.
no! Oh shit!
Yeah, so as we were just finishing up, wrapping up the Pereira fight, Uh, MMA Fool gave out his dog of the week shout out to Rizvan Kuniev. He's gonna
Mm-hmm.
so
Mhm.
hold on, wait. This was Wolf's um like a match that he wanted to see for the underdog for the undercard fight, right? The Curtis
The main
Blades,
card.
yeah,
Yeah,
versus the
yeah,
Kuniev
yeah.
fight, right? This is the one and this is the one we all wanted to see on
There
the main
should have
card.
been.
That
Should
should
have
have
been
been
on
on
the
the
main.
main card, right?
Yeah,
Over that fucking Lemos Lucindo fight. But
yeah.
here we are, the main prelim card, Curtis Blades versus um,
Ah,
Rizvan Kuniev.
yeah.
Man, I watched some
Cunha.
film on Kuniev and I was like, ooh, he could give Curtis Blades some problems. I don't
It's
think this was
interesting.
as wide as easy of a fight as the odds makers have it for Blades. They have him as a minus 310.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be way closer than that.
And what a way to come into the UFC. You know, you threw at someone like Curtis Blades. I mean, so they must have some high hopes for him. They must have some faith in him. Do you know what I mean? Because Curtis ain't no slouch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a great fighter. You know, and my boy Tom dealt with him last year very quickly. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, to come into the UFC and go for Curtis and have
Wait,
Curtis as your fight.
doesn't Blades have a win over Aspinall?
I think
No,
that's what he's talking about.
Ah!
no, no. It's a doctor stoppage. Technically, yes. Technically,
No,
yes.
but
But
we agree. We agree. Aspinall did that to himself. It was nothing
yeah,
Curtis Blades did.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, I'm looking. Like I say, Curtis is. You might have to remind me what rank he's at in the ranking. What number is he? Is he six?
Oh,
Let's see.
Curtis. He's. I feel like he's either six or eight.
and five.
Five.
He's five. Okay. Wow.
So
He's up
if
there,
Kumi,
bro. I mean, like we
yeah,
never hear of him. He never really fucking fights. Like
no.
once a year, if
Well, this is
that.
it. I mean, he beat Almeida, you know, and Almeida's doing and that wing has aged very well because Almeida's doing pretty
Very
good at the
well.
minute. You know, he could be in title talks if the title ever gets sorted. But yeah, I mean, if Kuniev beats Curtis, he's going in
Which
the
he
top,
will. Which he
which
will.
which
He's gonna
Drew
make.
said he will.
How?
So
We're
How,
write
make.
that
fool?
shit down.
We're
How is he gonna
making the.
beat him?
He's gonna knock his ass out. We're making the
Okay.
heavyweight division great again, man. We are making the
But
heavyweight.
how? So when I was watching film on Cunha, I saw a fighter that was missing his opportunities. Like, yeah, he got the KO, but I felt like he could have gotten it earlier. Yeah, and shit. I mean, so now I feel like I'm splitting hairs with this guy, trying to find like a fault with him, and that's the position that we're in right
Yeah,
now. I'm like trying to argue that his first round KO, it was a contender series
it wasn't
KO,
quick enough.
yeah, and he should have done it quicker. Like, damn,
Yeah,
when I started listening to
I
myself, I'm like, fuck,
I
you
remember
know,
that fight. Yeah.
but he shows patience, right? He shows skill. Obviously, he was able to reverse Cunha in that fight, and he showed pretty decent grappling skill. But is he at Blades level? I
Mm.
mean, obviously he's got like that Russian sambo, right? That's what he's going to be bringing, heavyweight Russian sambo versus American fucking wrestling.
Mm. It's a good fight. It's a good fight, and one that could have been on the main card. But yeah, I'm very excited for that one. I think
I'm still
the
taking
other,
Blades.
yeah,
I'm still taking Blades. I don't give a fuck. I'm still taking Blades. I don't think he's a 75% favorite. I got him more of as
no,
like a 56% favorite, a minus 131.
Look at his
But I
fight
think
against
he's
Sergey, against Pavlovich,
oh, God,
mm, mm, yeah,
everyone can have a bad night, bro.
and he's gonna have one on Saturday night. He's hit or miss, bro, and he's gonna
I
double
feel
miss this
like
time, man.
I feel like I get what Fu's saying.
I
When he
do. I'm not laying
faces,
money on this.
yeah, when he faces
That's my dog.
strikers, when he faces good strike, who's got the striking behind him as well, Tom Pavlovich. He doesn't.
And Almeida's
And
trash,
even
bro.
and even Lewis, huh?
Almeida's trash. Almeida's been proven to be trash, bro. Jayton Almeida. So that I
Jailton,
mean, yeah, to me that victory is not like whatever
but
because he's like one of those people, and I
so,
hate saying fraud check, but Jayton Almeida is one of the ones that's got fucking fraud check like a
but didn't he come
motherfucker.
back and bounce back and win his next fight after that? Or his next,
Almeida's, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he's been
Yeah,
winning
but
since.
Yeah,
the
he just
way they
held
were
on to
hyping
that.
him up, he's not
He
gonna.
just held on to that
He'll
takedown too long. And
never go past the top five.
Blades dropped him hell blows. Nah, I don't think he will either. Yeah. I mean,
And I think
yeah,
Blades is on
that
his way
shit.
out.
He lost some points with me when he didn't disengage, when he had Blades, when he had
Yeah,
the double
that was.
underhook there, and Blades. When you start dropping them elbows, disengage.
You gotta get away from
Reposition,
it.
right? Don't just fucking stand there like you just all of a sudden glitched and didn't know what the fuck happened. But I don't. Okay. Can Kuniev's cardio hold up? So you got to imply that he's going to knock out Blades in the first round because he was a fat fuck
It
for a
could be
heavyweight.
it could be like a KO TKO, but he'll finish him in like the first two for sure.
Okay,
I
first
think
two.
Blade,
Who's calling it?
I think Blades is getting. I think he's getting fed into a monster by the UFC.
Mm, mm.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
definitely want to watch. I mean, there's a few early prelim that I think people should watch as well.
Joshua
We've got
Van.
Yeah,
This is a
bro.
hard. This is a hard one. This was my hardest one to pick out of every fucking fight on this card.
yeah.
Joshua Van versus Ray is the hardest. The hardest. Hey, shout out to the homie Ray, man. But
Oh yeah, what's
yeah,
up, Ray?
Yeah, what's up, Ray
uh,
Ray?
Ray. Yeah,
Ray
this was hard
Ray,
for me, man. Hard for
West
me,
Coast Radio.
because of the grappling and then the striking and Van. They're both Ray's undefeated, by the way. So, but
Yeah,
this
He is
year,
undefeated, but this is his debut, isn't it?
yeah, but
yeah,
this year is not the year to be an undefeated
Went
fighter.
no shit, bro.
Every undefeated
All
fighter
the
has lost
O's
their O's.
are going. Joshua Van, bro. I mean, he's obviously got the striking uh, advantage, but Ray's got pretty good defense. But like you said, this is one of the closest fights that I have too. I got it at 53% for Ray and 46% for Joshua. Again, my fight predictor is all over the place, and I'm going with the UFC experience fighter in Joshua Van in this coin flip of a fight because I think he's got enough takedown defense to keep it standing and enough volume to overwhelm Ray
yeah.
is what
Literally,
ultimately it's going to come down to and that UFC experience.
yeah. Literally, couldn't have said it better. Like you say, it's Ray's a thing, but we've got to go for the experience. We've got to go for the grappling defense, the defensive grappling. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Joshua Van. Yeah, there's again a prelim. Is that on the early prelims, that one, or is it on the
This is
normal?
the one right before
Blades.
Blades.
Yeah. So the building. This is what I mean. There's these fights that are getting better and better and better and better and better.
Yeah.
Lemos, and then you've got the
Yeah,
rest
what the
of
fuck,
the.
Lemos? Yeah, dude. I mean that because
Even Chris
it is
Gutierrez.
building.
Isn't Chris Gutierrez up in
Yes,
the
bro. Well, but
Yeah,
that was a late edition fight,
yeah.
and they stuffed it um way in the carb. That's gonna be a fun fight.
I
yeah.
think
Castaneda versus Gutierrez.
to touch back
Also,
on Joshua Van, I feel like Joshua, like you guys said, the stuffing the takedowns, and Ray's gonna come in hard. But if Joshua can survive that first round, I can if Ray can get him, submit him in the first round because he's such a good grappler. But if it gets past the first round, man, Josh is gonna put it on him.
Bro,
And
Josh's takedown defense is 80%.
yeah, he's incredible. Ray,
Ray's
it's
gonna
a
have
good
to
fight.
work. Ray's gonna have to
And
work to
only
get
in
it
the first
down
round, yeah. Like the first round's gonna be where the
where
only
he's got a
opportunity.
chance.
Obviously I'm rocking with Joshua Van. I'm a big Joshua Van fan. It's hard. It's hard. It's a hard. This was hard for me, man. I watched a lot of tape on both these guys, but I feel like if he is to pull up the upset, even though he's undefeated fighter coming, like you said, he's fighting a UFC. It's a UFC fighter, so it's different when you get to that level.
And
But
this ain't
Joshua
the
Van,
apex either. He
yeah,
ain't
no, yeah,
fighting at the apex. You know, having your debut with a full crowd, you know, they all say it. The lights got to him, the moment got to me, you know, and
and
it's
it's not fun to be a undefeated fighter in 2025 in the UFC. I'll tell you that.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm
My
rocking
boy
with Joshua
Lerone
Van.
Murphy,
Shout out to
my boy
Myanmar.
Lerone Murphy's breaking that curse this year.
Who is?
Lerone Murphy is going to break the curse of the undefeated this year.
Doesn't he have
I
a
think.
fight against Josh Emmett
Yeah.
coming up? Oh
Oof.
fuck, that's gonna be a banger. You know,
No,
I'm
yeah, I think he
worried
can
about
pull it
Emmett's
out.
layoff.
Yeah, no, Leron's favorite man. He's like he's too fast. He's too
Yeah,
good. His striking's
his
too good.
technical
His
is good.
cardio is
Yeah,
good. He picks his
yeah,
spots. He won't put himself in danger as much as other fighters that fight Josh Emmett. So
Yeah, he's
that's
got
a
good
fun
fight
sight.
IQ.
Yeah.
yeah. It was a great fight. And going off subject, but Emmett's Lerone's wanted that fight for a while, and I'm glad that he's finally got it. And it's a main event as well, you know. So really looking
Well,
forward to that.
Emmett's got a rank to him, doesn't he?
Yeah,
So there's
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
some risk there. Yeah,
And
it's a good.
to touch on the whole card, man. Like we got Bruno Ferreira and Armin Petrosian, Alex Morono, Carlos Leal, Marin Santos, and Francis Marshall. Bro, there's so many prop bets right now, like KOs. Like fuck, dude. Alex Morono's gonna get slept.
There's a lot
Well,
of there's a lot of bets, man, going on too. You know,
yeah.
like
I wish I could
shit.
prop bet, but I
I
can't in my state. You know, like
oh,
that's
that sucks so bad. Your state sucks.
hey brother. That's a bad thing to say. Your neighbor.
I know, right? I'm right next door. Yeah, for me,
I'm miles away.
the one that I know, right? The one that my eyes were really glaring on was this Marion Santos Francis
Yeah,
Marshall fight. I feel
Yes.
like people are sleeping on fucking Marshall on this fight.
Ooh.
You know, I
oh,
mean, yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
hyped to see Marion's stand-up game, but um, Marshall's got skills, bro. And if he can get this fight to the ground, I think he could really stir
mm,
shit up. I mean, I'm still going Santos, but for me, when I broke it down, it's a 51-48 fight, almost as
yeah,
50-50 as you can get.
yeah, yeah.
Now, I said that the last card, and who was it that I can't remember who I fucking picked, but my 50-50 fighter lost in his first round KO.
Well,
So
you know,
So that's
here's
what
my
this means. Marion Santos is gonna knock fucking Francis Marshall out in the first round.
here's my hot bet of the fucking week. So all the Brazilians, minus Jordan Santos, will get a finish, and the undercard. So I think Marin Santos will get a finish, Carlos Leal will get a finish, and Bruno Ferreira will get a finish.
What about Ribeiro? Oh, you said he won't.
Nah, yeah, I'm not including him. Wait, who?
Okay. Diordan.
Yeah, no, I'm not including him.
So
yeah. I
Miranda's
think
gonna get a KO over Morono. Morono's durable though.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
Morong.
I
he's
don't.
been
That's
He's been
another
hung
one
a
of my
lot.
feelings.
and I'm
That's
scared of
another one of my
Santos because like I don't want to do 4 legs if I was
yeah.
able to, but because the opening prelims is hard. But I mean, Santos is favorite, obviously.
So what is your 3-leg parlay if you were to pick it?
I what did I say right now? Here, give me a second.
The Brazilian parlay.
I got Marin Santos KO. I Carlos Leal KO first or second because he's a fucking beast, and Bruno Ferreira KO first or second round just because how's he underdog? You know, I
Hmm.
think he's still underdog. So
He is,
that's a live underdog right there.
and he might be growing as an underdog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him as a live underdog too. I got a lot of live underdogs here. I didn't, but I didn't pick them because I'm like,
Can
I gotta go. You just can't keep picking underdogs, 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 and thinking that you're gonna have a successful,
well out of
profitable
the
run.
out of the three, how many are underdogs? Marin Santos, Leal, and Bruno. I think Bruno's the only underdog, right?
Yeah, the one that you picked. Yeah,
Yeah. So you
yeah,
have two locks and then an underdog, which is it's a
yeah.
good
But
underdog.
yeah, when what I'm saying is like my fight predictor, he picked Bruno Ferreira to beat Armin Petrosyan, but I picked Petrosyan because the Monte Carlos Sims picked Petrosyan to win 60% of the time.
Yeah.
And the last time the Monte Carlos were, I had a fucking horrible
Yeah,
week
but
last week. Jesus, I picked at like 40%. I mean, it didn't help that it was a 10 fight card either. No room for error. But yeah, it was pretty bad. And
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 this
I
is from
had
the
like
gambling side, like obviously
yeah,
we're not.
yeah, exactly. This is yeah. Um but yeah, it was really tough. So I felt like I had to make some adjustments and put some respect on the Monte Carlo Sims. Um and that's what I did this week. I don't know if I overcorrected and not trust my fight sim. We'll see. This could like a little test week because I'm incorporating the Monte Carlo sims with it now. This is the second week that I'm doing it, so it's still a work in progress. But for me, if I was to pick a three-leg parlay, I'd pick Pereira money line, Gaethje money line, and Bahamondes money line.
mm,
Safe, easy peasy. Uh, and that's what I would lay chalk. And then, I would pick um, Roofy by KO. If he's gonna win, I feel like that's how he's gonna win. Um, you said Kuniev by KO, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder what the line on that is. That'd be interesting.
Or TKO. I think he finishes up
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Blades is one of those guys that'll go out there on his shield.
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
what
So
about Castaneda Gutierrez? That shit's gonna go to a decision.
yeah, I got Gutierrez by decision. El Guapo.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
that's how I
Gutierrez too
feel.
on that one.
Yeah. Hey,
Well,
hey.
what time's the card start for you over there in UK?
So it's a pay-per-view. So early prelims start 11 p.m. Main prelims 1 a.m. Main card 3 a.m. Should be finished by around half 6, 7 in the morning, something like that.
Man, shout out to
I've got
UK fans, bro.
I've
Yeah,
got the
that,
white monsters ready. I've got everything set up. I've got my cafe, and I'm working that day as well. So it's going to be a long day and night. But this is what we live for. Do you know what I mean?
What's up with the
damn.
shout outs? You were saying something you missed out to say. You're going to say
Oh
something
yeah,
about
no,
Aspinall?
it was something when we were talking about Piera and Ankalaev. I was going to go through their records. Like Ankalaev he's got more fight experience. He's 20 wins, one loss, and one draw. So I wanted to give a shout out to Paul Craig for being the
Oh, damn.
for being the only one to finish Ankalaev. Because that was pretty. That win has aged like fine wine. Um, But yeah, and Pierre is 12-2. Only lost to Izzy, and I think he lost to someone early in his MMA career. So it's again, it's one of them. But again, with Pierre, he's getting better and better. Like Fu said earlier, I think people still see him as the kickboxing expert. And he's not. He's improved. He has improved into that MMA. He's incorporating grappling, anti-grappling, clinch work. It's going to be very interesting. This is a very, very interesting fight, and there's a lot of talk of people saying if Piera wins, he calls out John Jones, which might make some mouths water, but would make me riot if that fight happens before Tom
Oh
gets a
my
and
shot.
and
God,
and
dude.
it's already getting spoken about. It's kind of, and you saw Tom on the airplane, kind of like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
fucking asking for it. I'm asking for it, and it feels like
yeah,
the UFC is going a different direction. But
yeah.
but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe with the new boxing thing that came out, maybe Pereira will be the only one to dip out of the UFC and be a boxer for.
Maybe, maybe. I mean, in an ideal world, the way I see it is,
But we
Pierre.
need Magomed to win in that case.
But I mean, Yeah, there are a lot of things happening, and going off topic to that TKO boxing with Dana White being the president. There's talks that the first fight's going to be Crawford Canelo.
Yeah, that's insane.
So they're talking some real shit. Not some like Jake Paul or Trilla or you know Fight Circus, stuff. They're talking some real boxing.
Mm.
So
He said that he doesn't want any UFC fighter. He's like, no, this has I don't want to
Yeah.
see any of those dudes over here. Like, this is boxing, like
yeah,
this is
that's
fucking.
legit as fuck,
I
bro.
mean,
I mean,
at the end of the
obviously
day,
he's.
boxing was Dana's first love. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
it's kind of nice that he's finally got it and he's working with Turkey and that. Yeah, when it was first announced, I said when we spoke about it, I don't know how I feel about this yet. The more the days got on, the more I'm kind of seeing, okay, this could work. I just still want Dana to be involved in the UFC as much as possible. I mean, he's got power slap now. He's got TKO boxing. There's a lot going on with Dana.
Yeah, I think he could still handle being the face of all that stuff. I
Yeah,
mean, I think he's gonna
Yeah, he
need.
said the only way he retired, like the only one will replace him, is if he died.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Well, there
I
we
I,
yeah.
I
have
heard
it.
it in an interview. I
There
gotta
we
find
have
out.
it.
There's a
That's
couple. I watch, dude. I watch all these podcasts on Dana White. Like, I look up to him, bro. Obviously, like,
Mm.
uh, I don't
Yeah,
agree with a lot of
yeah,
shit, but yeah, there's
he's a marketing genius,
there's
bro.
yeah,
He's a
he's
marketing
smart in
genius.
that. Yeah, he's amazing, bro. Like that.
Yeah.
And what's that comedian, the Jewish comedian? I forget his name, with
Andrew
the
Schultz.
yeah, that, if you have a chance, man, if you have, like, watch the Dana
Yeah,
White
the
podcast.
interview with him.
Wow, it's one of my favorite, like,
Yeah.
interviews. Some guy, like, one of my favorite interviews, because he shares everything, bro. Like the stuff that the fans don't know. Like, a lot of, like, it's the business, bro. Like, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's a business, and a
Wasn't
lot of
that the
us.
wasn't that the interview where he was talking about
Gina
um
Carano's dad owning Caesar's
yeah, yeah,
Palace.
yeah.
This is like
Yeah,
Gina
that was
Carano's
a
like one of
fucking
the
good
fucking
interview.
richest. Gina
Oh,
Carano's like one of the richest
a
persons in the
total
world, and
socialite.
she
Yeah. Yeah, she could do whatever the fuck she wants, dude.
but
She
she
was
wanted to
bad.
fight, and she went
Yeah.
and got her ass beat by fucking Chris Cyborg, dude, just because that's what she wanted to do.
But she pioneered women's MMA. She was the
She did.
worst first women's UFC fighter.
yeah,
She was in
yeah.
American Gladiators too. If you don't,
Yeah.
that's my generation. That's old school.
Oh, I remember that, man. You got to shout out Gina Carano because she's one of the pioneers of women's MMA. Well, it wouldn't be where it is today without Gina. I say
But
the
who
same
didn't have
thing.
a crush on her?
Yeah,
Ah, God, I did.
that
And
helps.
her man is one of the best U.S. Muay Thai fighters to ever live, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So shout out to him.
yeah. Like I say, going back to Dana, me and him,
I
we,
was gonna
we you know,
say Tong Po.
yeah, we don't. Me and Dana, we don't see eye to eye that often, but I got a lot of respect for Dana. I really have. Do you know what I mean? He changed the game. And like you say, he's an inspiration. I saw a video recently on Instagram of him. There was these two kids, and it was like, "Oh, will you take a picture with my boys?" He did more than take a picture. He took them up to the cage, let them walk around the octagon. And when I was at 304, he did the same thing with kids there. He got them up on stage, and he's a good man, really. And like you say, he's a businessman. Got a lot of respect for him. I'm still gonna make the jokes and memes, but it's all in love. You know what I mean?
Apparently, I don't know if you guys know Charles. She's does her
Oh, the
Yeah,
Twitter
yeah.
and
UK,
shit.
the
Yeah,
homegirl.
yeah, the UK girl. Yeah, the
Not
homegirl.
even homegirl, just that fucking the
She is
weird.
the homegirl. She is the homegirl.
He's one.
And yeah, Dana White hooked her up at Power Slap with
Yeah,
like front row seats and then like seats to the UFC weigh-in and shit. Like,
yeah,
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 totally
that's
hooked her
yeah,
dope.
up. And say Dana White is one of the nicest fucking guys she's ever met.
Well, he
yeah,
sees that people that go out of their way, like, to spend money to go out all the way to freaking UK. That's real fan. I mean, to where was it, Qatar? Where was it at?
It
Saudi
was Saudi,
Arabia.
I think. Yeah,
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 yeah, dude. Like, I wish I had the type of money, but shout out to them either way, bro. Like,
yeah.
to
Shout
do
out.
that, travel. It's
yeah.
man, like, just
That
like
is
at the
life, bro.
hotels.
Hell yeah.
But speaking on that too, did
If
you
I
guys
could
hear
trade
the
my
fighters?
kids,
Yeah, dude, I would
if I
trade
could
all
trade
of
my
them.
kids and my wife for that, I would in a heartbeat. They don't watch this shit, so I could say that.
But yeah, I already got 2 of them on sale on eBay. So
Damn, no,
nah,
no
but
hits yet.
no, but
No one wants kids now.
how do we feel about the fighters? And obviously, like this has nothing to do with politics, but the fighters are staying at the Trump Hotel now in Vegas. Before they used to stay at was it the World, something World,
Yeah,
the one of the
I
new
think
casinos, and I think like a lot of fans. So this is like feedback from fans that are like they usually go to the hotels. Like I think they can't even get in the Trump Hotel, because it's like it's guarded off by
oh yeah, now that's got security and
it's
shit
got
and
like
fucking Secret Service and
I don't know if you guys been to Vegas. Like it's one of the like it's not on the strip. Like it stands out. It's like by all the weed shops, but it's like it's gold, so it
so it's
stands
about
out. The
like three
windows are
miles
gold.
away from the strip.
Yeah, it's a little it's weird. I mean,
Yeah.
because the UFC, but I mean it's good for the fighters, right? They don't want fans in the hotel. I don't know what's going into it, but yeah, I thought that
This
was fun to point out. A lot of fans are bringing that up.
there's, Trump's he's going to make all kinds of money utilizing his brand in however many formats he can. And the fact that, I'm just not going to talk shit about it because what are you going to do, right? What am I going to do as a UFC fan to talk shit about Dana White allowing Trump
Yeah,
to basically use the brand UFC to market the Trump brand? Like, I can't fucking say anything, right? Do I think it's disgusting? Yeah. But do other brands do that with each other? Yeah. So just because I might not like the Trump brand doesn't mean that what they're doing is inherently bad when you see that other brands joining together, to lift each other up. So, well,
and
and
that's what I was trying to touch on that with like with Dana. Like I respect him. Like no matter what he does, like politics. Like even my friends, bro. I don't care like who you vote for. I don't who you
yeah.
believe in, bro. We'll still be homies. But like just like stuff like that, it's like for business wise, like damn. And like the fact that fans are telling me like, damn, we can't even go to the hotel no more. Like a lot of fans used to just go
Well,
to Vegas to hang out in the hotels and the casinos and just take pictures. But yeah,
what about what Mark Shapiro said? That,
Oh,
oh, as a
yeah.
fan, if you're watching a
oh
fight
yeah,
on a TV, you won't be able to distinguish, or it'd be hard to distinguish a UFC event at an arena compared to a UFC event at the Apex.
I got
I
so mad when I heard that. Like,
What?
I got genuinely pissed off. Like, you look at, especially recently, you look at Seattle compared to Vegas Strip 103. Fucking worlds apart, man. Worlds
Mm-hmm.
apart. Like,
Seattle was nuts.
it was kind of disrespectful to the fans of the UFC. You can't tell the difference.
the Seattle card.
Yeah,
Don't bring
Dude,
it up.
oh, I know. But and what about Patty, right? Patty fought in the Apex, and one of the guys, I can't remember who tweeted
I saw
this.
Paddy Pimblett walk out when in Vegas, bro, and he's honestly one of the greatest fucking things
One
I've
of the
ever seen in my
hugest
whole
draws,
life.
bro. When he walked out at 0-2 in
Yeah, dude.
England,
bro,
they fucking went
bro.
nuts.
Let me tell you something. I'll share it. I've got the video. I was at 3:04. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. Paddy's music starts, then, then. The whole fucking place blew. It was unreal. It was like a rave. We had the lights.
Yeah.
Everyone was kind of drifting off a little bit, and then that's it. Off with your head came on, and everybody just lost
Dun,
it. Like,
dun, dun, dun,
that's
dun.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Bro, I had floor seats. I had my now he's 11 years old, but he was like my kid was 8 or 9 years old, bro, when I took him to see Patty. Because Patty
Yeah,
was he was his boy, and he was my boy too. He started watching him when he came in. I was watching him in Cage Warriors. My kid's
yeah, yeah,
watching me in the
yeah,
background, like Patty, and like he stands out because he's different.
yeah.
So I took him to see Patty. That fuck, dude, that shit was
I love that.
amazing. That was
I
amazing.
love
Yeah,
Patty's got a great fight coming up with fucking Michael Chandler. Michael
Yes,
right.
sir.
Chandler shit talking his way into fights, dude. What the fuck? That dude, I mean, he tried to shit talk his way into Connor, and Connor's like, oh, hell no, bro.
But he wanted a European superstar, and he got one. So that's
Yeah,
what we're gonna rock.
exactly.
I think Patty is the future. Hopefully he's working on other stuff. Like we said, Like we don't want to have that Pereira mindset where we still think they're the same fighter from back then. Obviously, that win against Bobby Green surprised a lot of people, man. I was
Yeah,
telling
bro.
everyone.
What about Jordan Levitt?
Man.
When he
Yeah,
wrapped up his arm
Yeah,
and he
and
fucking
fucking
teabagged them. He
yeah,
teabagged them,
yeah,
bro.
that shit was fucking shit. All in
He,
good fun.
and he told them, he's like, "Hey,
All in
I
good
I'm
was
a
fun.
gonna do,
teabag."
yeah, I'm gonna teabag you. I'll
Jordan
fucking
Levitt
teabag
was a
you.
fucking he was a gamer though, bro. You know, he took that all in good spirit.
And
Yeah, well, he would have. I think he would have twerked on him if he would have won. So,
Oh hell yeah, he would have fucking
you know,
returned the favor. If he would have
yeah,
won, he would have
he's
twerked
a
his ass and then done the
he's
splits.
he's a good guy, man.
Yeah, I like Jordan Levitt.
I've
I
seen
like
him at
Jordan.
I train at it. Like I went a couple times, like dropped in at Extreme Couture, and like out of everybody in the gym, he's like he just trained, just like fucking did, kind of like did his own thing, you know, like. But everybody does their own thing, but he didn't like. It was weird. Like he did his own thing, and just kind of like fucking dipped. It was weird, you know. Like everybody does their own thing, but he stood out. He stood out by like kind of like just getting his work done and just fucking
Yeah.
dipping, like not
Yeah,
standing out, you know. Like it's weird. It's weird. I can't explain it. But
It's weird,
yeah, shout
different
out to
gyms, man.
yeah, and like Levitt, like man, this sport, man, I love the sport. You know, all
Yeah,
these
yeah,
fighters are fighting each other. Like we're talking about it. Well, what else could we want?
exactly. Well, we could be on TV with Ariel,
Soon,
well,
soon.
maybe, or with
we're
John
working
Anik.
on it. We're
That's
working on it. We're getting there. We're gonna get there before a lot of other people who have already been blacklisted by
let's
the
get
media. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, you know, and
let's
I think if we just keep doing what we're doing, grinding with the MMA homies, and just because it's a collaborative, it's a community, right?
Yeah.
And we all have a lot to offer. And I think ultimately where we're going with this stuff too is, and we should be having it, and we should have it this weekend too, is our watch party, right? Where we
Mm.
get us three, uh,
MTK.
MTK, maybe Ultimate Punching, maybe
Yeah.
one more person, right? Five, six tops is the sweet spot, right? But we got to get that going again and have our reaction video. And for this one, we want to fucking have that reaction video.
let's have some
Yeah.
shout
Show,
outs. Let's have some shout
Yeah.
outs, boys. So
yeah,
let's give the
put some
boys
shout
some
outs
shout
out.
outs.
I got iFlow man. I shout him out. Rob, uh, give him a
Rob,
shout out. He's always on the fucking
Shout out to Easy and
Rizzy,
Steezy.
Rizzy,
easy
Knuckles,
Knuckles,
McDane.
Bodkins. Shout
All
out to
right,
Bodkins.
boys.
All right, fellas.
Let's
You
Let's
guys
leave
have
it
a
now.
good night. I'll see
Yes.
you Saturday for the watch party.
There we go.
See fucking Pereira knock Ankalaev out. Gaethje
Woo.
and Fiziev
what a
fucking
It was
what
a
a
round
war.
war.
two.
It was a war, man.
Kuniev knock Curtis Blades out. Lucindo knock Lemos out. Oh.
No decision.
Decision,
Decision.
decision.
All right, fellas. Y'all have a good one, man.
Cheers, man.
Take care,
Shout out to all
boys.
the homies. If we
Shout
Shout
forgot
out
out.
to the
you,
homies.
we didn't forget you. We're just high or drunk
Exactly. Both.
or sleepy.
Oh, it's midnight. It's past midnight. It's way past midnight now. So, yeah. See you on Saturday, boys.
All right,
Later,
boys. Have fun, man.
fellas.